at all.
way more than the Sunni. The Sunni don't respect women too, but like if you go to the books of the Shia, as an example, if you go to the book of Al Kafi, which is like equal to Al Bukhari for the Muslim Sunni, in volume number 5, page number 500. Let me hold on. I don't want to give a wrong number. Don't remember exactly, but it was 500 something. Yeah, page number 510.
Okay.
Okay, I just open it. So the Shia, this is Shia, this is not Sunni, so Shia cannot complain. The Shia, they believe that women, when women she get older, she lose the best of her good. She have two part. She have two part of her. One part is for evil, and one part is for her beauty. And when she let me translate in English. I will use Google translation here. Let us see.
So Iranians actually have the exact alphabet. We have the Arabian alphabet, and in Iranian would just slap me in the face for saying that, because they say no, that's Farsi, and it's a different language. I know it's different pronunciation.
They use the Arabic language just because they've been forced to. They are not really in favor of it. Here you see the Messenger of Allah said, let us see what happened to the translation here. That there is the women when she get older. Okay, he said if a woman grow up in age, the both end of the better side goes, and her evil remain. I don't know if you can see the text.
Can you scroll up a bit?
So if you are a woman and she like you are, and who's an old woman here? An old woman is not really an old woman. Old woman who she cannot have babies, and she is not pretty as when she was young. So that the good part about the women, and the rest is not is a pure evil. So women in for the
after
Shia,
her menopause,
huh?
After her menopause.
After she don't have menstruation no more. So what is the use of the
menopause?
Women? Yeah, what is the use of the women? Nothing, because she cannot have babies, and she is not a beautiful.
Motherhood is the only thing in Islam that has some sort of respect. So from women, you're upgraded when you're a woman. When you're a mom, and then you actually get to dictate what your son does and everything. It is a whole sect in itself. But exactly as you say, women are just sex objects. You marry your position, your sex object.
Remember,
that's what women are.
Remember, they said to you before that they respect too much Khadija, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Khadija now she become older. So what is remain of her when she's old? Her evil part, right? That's what it says. So this is how they lie. Shia is like is a collection of Tom and Jerry stories.
That is so inhuman, to make a woman who's older turn her into the evil part. So you actually have an excuse to, the Jews have 600 in the time of Jesus, they had 600 reasons for divorcing a wife, which with salty food would be one of them, the requirement. And this is actually even more evil than that. It's the same in a sense, in the same spirit. This Pharisee kind of way of living. You can do whatever you want, and then you can put it on a woman. You can project it on a woman. But this is even more evil, because you're saying a woman who has done everything for you, and now she's older, she's in a menopause, and she's most probably the mom of several kids. Instead of thanking her, instead of being loyal to her, now you're turning her into the black sheep, and you're saying you're able to do evil upon her. This is how as evil as it gets.
No, here actually this is more than this. The issue here that Islam, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they look at the women as nothing, excuse my language, nothing but a private part. So for them she is just a sex toy, and you give babies. So this is a sex machine. She give babies for us. So this is the benefit of her. We enjoy her in bed. and then give us babies. So if she don't have the beauty and she don't have the basis, so what is left? So what the Muslim Shia and the Muslim Sunni agree, that she is nothing but an evil sex machine. And if she lost her beauty and she cannot have babies, so what remain? The evil, because this is what she is. So there's nothing good. There's nothing good on the women. So this is how they lie when they say, okay, we respect Khadija. Well, Khadija, she was an old woman already. Actually, the Shia, they say that
she was the master of Muhammad, because I think he was her sex toy. And I think she was so rich and so influential. If he would come with these ayahs, with these surahs, he would be beheaded by her. But yeah, okay. When she died, he came all with all these revelations, new revelations about what a woman is in her older years.
Muhammad, he married Khadija, she cannot have kids. So the Shia, when they say Fatima, she was the child of Khadija, this is a big fat lie.
Wow.
Yeah, because Muhammad have no children. Those are the children of Khadija. You know, if think about it, Muhammad, he have a child from Khadija. Okay, he married 13 women and he slept with tons of slaves after that. He could not make one of them have baby, you know. So Muhammad had no children.
Died. That's they say they all died.
None of them died. The Maria the Copt, she get pregnant from her cousin, you know, or from people sleeping around, because she's a slave, you know. You have no control of her. So, and even Aisha, she said to him many times that this is not your son. He don't even look close to you. But Muhammad desperately, he was looking to have a son, but he could not. Now,
can you have this? Do you have something to show me for that, for the audience?
About the sons of Muhammad? Well, the Quran is the clear proof. The Quran says that the one who accused you that you don't have, you know, you cannot have babies, he is the one he cannot have babies. Chapter of Al-Kawthar, chapter 1:8, verse number 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's funny to call even this one is chapter. Look, it's just a few words. All of it is about Muhammad. He don't have a private part. A man, he said to him, you don't have a private part. Allah, he get involved, and he said to Muhammad, don't worry, be happy. We give you Al-Kawthar. If we go and check Al-Kawthar, we will find Al-Kawthar is a river which is very white and sweet like milk. What is the relationship between a guy accusing me of not having a private part, or my private part doesn't function, to promise me with a river which is sweet, white, like milk? This is a sperm. And then he says, because the sperm of Muhammad, he have to be sweet, because he is the sweetest ever. Then therefore, praise Allah for a sacrifice for him. Sacrifice for what? What happened exactly? Because he gave him a river in the heaven. What about you make him now having sex and have babies? And the one who make you angry, Muhammad, actually he is not making him angry. He is making fun of him. He is downgrading Muhammad. He's insulting Muhammad. He will be cut off. Okay, cut off from what? Cut off from what? He will be cut off from having babies. Change the translation right away. You will find the translators. This is why we say never trust a Muslim translation. Never. They lie. We change the translation. Look, there it says from the hereafter. Here it says from having children. Do you see it? So the whole story, people are making fun of Muhammad.
With himself, because he had this defect, and for men it is you are money, you know that this
Absolutely,
is very important to a man. So he okay, that's huge to know. I never knew this. No, I think many with me don't know this.
This is why Muhammad, he says, I was the most weak person between all mankind in sex, and then I invoke my God.
He was
Allah.
bragging about his sex all through through the Quran and Hadith. Well, that's also a reason. No normal person brags about their private life, right? No moral person.
No, he brag about it because he's trying to cover something he believe it's missing. That's why he brag. And Muhammad, he said that I was the most weak person between all mankind in sex until I invoke Allah and he sent me a dish of meat, al-kufayt. I ate it. I get the power of 40 men. So even this miracle is very funny. I mean, if the Muslim, they say, if Allah wants something to be, he say be, but Allah could not fix the private part of Muhammad, so he need to go to the kitchen and make shish kebab, and he sent it to Muhammad, and Muhammad ate it, and then Muhammad then boing, he's good to go. All of Islam is
shish kebab.
Yeah, Islam is a collection of stupid story. Additional to that, the Muslims, because this is your interest about women, the Muslims, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they believe that women, she is created for sex. If you, there's a book, it's called Al-Khisal by Al-Shaykh Al-Sadduq. Al-Khisal, Al-Khisal. So this is Shia book, not Shia, not Sunni. And by the way, Sunni, they agree with that too. So there's a hadith where it says that Allah gave the women 10 part of a sexual desire, one of it only for the man. So the man have only one sexual desire, or let us say joy, when he have sex. The women, she have 10. And then and then he says, but because Allah, he made the women shy to say her desire, she don't say it. So they always, they view the women, actually let me find it for you. Always they view the women as a sexual entertainment.
But
Okay.
also someone who
There we
doesn't
go.
have control, right?
Yeah, the women, Allah, he made her in such a way. So he says, let us translate to English. Hold on, so people can read. Oh, I don't know what happened. We say translate, it took us to something else. Let us check.
Yeah, I have a million questions, so sorry for keeping you from your topic.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. All right, here we go. We switch to English. So look what it says here. This is the book of Al-Khisal, page number 438. Here it says, in the authority, etc., etc., it says, Allah made, yeah, the translation is not good, the women sexual desire 10 times when she have sex. She have 10 sexual desire, and one only for the man. But because Allah, he forced modesty in the women, so she cover her desire. You know, she don't talk about it. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how they view always the women. And this is why Muhammad, he brag about his sexual desire, but no women she brag about his sexual desire.
Allah has made love 10 parts. What does that even mean? 9 of them in women and 1 of them in men. It's just so
he gave the
poorly
women,
written.
he gave the women this is why Muhammad, he says the women, she have 10 private part. 10 private part. One of them is her private part, the one between her legs. The rest are her hair, her voice, her eyes, all of them. Women, she is always a private part.
That's why she have to cover up all these parts,
yeah,
right?
because this is when she get married, she cover only one, and the rest is still exposed. So she have to wear the burqa. You know, when a woman she marry, only the private part between her legs is the one is covered. And then the Muslims, actually the Shia, they go farther. This is why I have my book Sex and Allah. People can read it. The Shia, they exaggerate and they speak about they are obsessed with sexuality, obviously. So they claim that the women, because their imams, they told them that women, she have 10 sexual desire, and if the women, she got horny, she can really do what 10 men cannot do. All right. So let me find this.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm reading some of the comments. Some of them are really rude. I don't know who this person is, Rat Prophet, but it's really rude. Some of the comments.
I'm not looking at the comment. Let me see.
They obviously are. All of them are over sex, and everything they think about is sex.
Well,
obviously, these kind of people.
He is history. No problem. Don't worry about them. Don't look at the comments. Here you will see. It says here, Amirul Mu'mineen. Okay. Here, look what Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is Ali. Ali speaking to Al-Hassan. This is not someone else. They say to you that we respect Khadija. Okay. إياك ومشاورة النساء فإن رأيهن إلى الأفن وعزمهن إلى الوهن وأكفف عليهن من أبصارهن بحجابك إياهن فإن شدة الحجاب خير لك ولهن من الارتياب وليس. Now those who speak Arabic they can read. So Ali is saying to Hassan, Al-Hassan his son, never take an opinion of a woman, because their opinion will take you to be destroyed, and will make you weak. Never take their opinion. And then
Wow.
you have to cover them. You have to cover them from all eyes, which means nobody can see them, by wearing the hijab. And the more hijab you put, the better for them, which means the more you cover them, the better for them. And then he says, and they should not allow anyone to enter upon them or to get out, and never trust them. Never trust them. If you can do that, they will never know a man except you.
Wow.
You know. So this is what Ali. This is not anyone. This is
an
Ali.
utter insult to women at very like hard. I mean, like it's just so aggressive. This is just like wow.
Yeah, that's
And it is exactly what the culture is. This is backed up by the culture, the way they
yeah,
speak to women, the way
you will
they
see
treat
if you
women,
translate.
the things they teach their sons about their future wives, which is so weird because there's themselves, they're women who teach their sons these nonsense. Wow.
You see, we try to translate in Google Translation. It's coming close, but it's not really accurate. So he is warning Hassan. Ali is warning Hassan, never take a consult with women, because their opinion will destroy you and will make you weak. And they have to always to be covered, and they should not know any man except you. And this is the only way to make them know only one man, which is you. You know. And
because they're so crazy they can't even control themselves, and they're just like these demonic people who just want sex, right?
No, the reason, you see, the reason is to say such a thing. Like if you cannot see any man except a one person, then you will not see how bad he is if you cannot compare him to other men. You know what I mean? I mean, he will be good anyway. I mean, okay, your husband is evil maybe, but if you cannot compare him to something better, how you will know that the other one is better? So the advice is, don't let your wife see someone else, so she will never recognize something better than you, and she will never know a person except you. Yeah, yeah. Put her inside her burqa, and then she will never see anyone except you. So,
but female mutilation and everything that comes from it is all from this idea that we have these 10 parts, and all we do is think, and we are just uncontrolled, because loads of us come, actually, according to what I've understood from what you tell people, is some of us are even made from, kind of like some demonic being, or come from hell or whatnot, and just like we're just like creatures less than what we are in actuality. So we have to be controlled, we have to be treated this way, and we are seen for something that we are not. And the whole society is the whole society in Iran, and the biggest society, I think, problems between this Islamic society is this whole obsession with sex, which you see left and right everywhere.
Because Islam is a sexual cult. Everything in Islam is based on sex. So this is why we cannot really we cannot be surprised why they are obsessed with sex. Let us, if we go and see, try to find what the Sunni, like the Shia now, they said 10, she have 10 desire. The Sunni, the Muhammad, he said, according to the Sunni, she have 99 desire. Actually, some Shia agree with that. So the women, she have 99 desire. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh God.
Yeah, the women, she have 99 desire. And
that's why they call us Jadugar. They call us all these Afsungar. And Persian people who listen to this, they know what these terms mean. We are some kind of a beings. We can bewitch man. That's how they think of women who are very sexy and stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the hadith about the women. She have 99 sexual joy. And here you notice, Muhammad, how much expert he is, and how many the women, how many sexual joy she have. This guy, he have a degree and he study women carefully. Let me just see this one. Okay, let's see here. Um, let us see.
Someone says, I have butterflies on my screen. What should I do? I think you should refresh your page. That's
I'm
what
not
you should
showing
do.
the screen right now, so don't worry. I did not show the screen. I'm looking for the reference. You know, like
No, I think someone's screen just froze and they didn't know what to do, so I just gave
okay.
answer.
Yeah. You see, like if you talk to a different person, he will take him a year to find reference we are talking about. And for me, because I memorize it in my head, I'm trying to find.
You're the king.
Well, I do my best. Let's see.
No, I've
I
never seen
found.
someone like you destroy Islam the way you do, utterly destroying it.
Well, Islam is very easy to destroy anyway. I mean, it's a stupid cult.
No, you're just too humble. It's not that easy. You're destroying it, but everything that God gave to you, of course, it's God gives all the grace, but it's just amazing. But go on.
Let us see here, but this one is a Google book. We can translate to Google to English. We need something which is can be translated. Well, look
So
like
people
we have no
seem
choice.
to be
We have to
about me
show.
being a Muslim. They think I'm not a real Muslim. For people who didn't understand or get the intro, I was born like a child Muslim. So I didn't even know what life was at the age of 7. When we left Iran, I was 8. So I've never been practicing Islam in that sense. I was a cultural child put in a situation, in an Islamic situation. I wasn't even brought up as a Muslim. But in Iran, it doesn't matter. If you go back, if you have problems with the state or whatnot, and you have to go in court and testify,
Yeah,
they ask you, what are you, Shia or Sunni?
no,
And you don't have a choice between
they are your
even
Muslim
Shia
there.
and Sunni.
Yeah,
You have
even
to
if
say
you leave
Shia.
Islam, you are Muslim there. You cannot change it. You cannot even say I'm not a Muslim no more. Here, this is the book
Yeah,
of Faid
they call you
al-Qadir.
Mortads if you do that. But you go on. Sorry.
This is the book of Faid al-Qadir. This is Sunni book
Yeah.
now. And in the Sunni book it says فضلت المرأة على الرجل ب99 جزءا من اللذة. The women, she been favored by.
Is it on the screen? Because I can't see
sorry,
anything.
hold on, let me I did not put it in the screen. Let me see.
Yes, I'm Christian
right.
now.
All right, now we will be back. This is the book of Faid al-Qadir, and we are in page number 440.
Yeah.
And those who are Muslims, they speak Arabic, they can see what we are talking about. This is 440, and this is hadith number 5888. It says the women, she been favored over the man by 99 joy, sexual joy. And this is reported from Abu Huraira. Now this is Sunni, you know. Shia, they say 10. Sunni, they say 99. So choose one.
Can you recite that in Arabic? Is that possible?
Yeah, فضلت المرأة على الرجل ب99 جزءا من اللذة. ولكن الله ألقى عليهن الحياء, but Allah, he made them shy, or let us say he put modesty on them, so they don't like talk about it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, both cult, Shia or Sunni, they are sexual cults. Islam, all of it is based on. What is the reward of a man if he convert to Islam? It's sex. You know.
Eternal sex, that is, not just this life, but
I mean,
in
it's
heaven
always
there
about
is,
sex.
you know,
All
there
is
is a
about sex.
sex mansion.
Yeah. And Shia and Sunni, this actually, I mean,
There's
like,
nothing for the woman, right? Even heaven is not designed equally for women and for men. It's designed. I mean, like, I know these contemporary so-called scholars try to say that it's both for women and for men, but classically Orthodox Islam doesn't teach that. It actually says even the heaven is not for us women, right? The hell is for us, but the heaven is for, again, being man in sex.
Actually, Muhammad, he said it clearly that the majority of women, they are going to go to hell. So, and the reason for that, because they have their period. and this is the major reason, which make
Oh
them
wow.
make them not equal to the men, because they have their period, so they are not equal to the men. This is the hadith of Muhammad here saying, "O women folk, you should give a charity and be diligent in seeking Allah and forgiveness, because I have seen," which means the way he went when he went to heaven, he saw that doers of hell fire are women amongst them. The majority they are women. And Muhammad, he asked them there to give donation, so Allah will forgive them. This is the whole point. He's scaring the women, and the women they
Wait,
start.
just for a second, I need a second here. So just imagine, and this is something I just remember from my childhood. Just imagine for a second teaching little girls who for the first time come to know who they are, who they are in the presence of the Almighty God, and they're this is drilled into their beings that they are less worth, they have less worth. It's just insanity what that does to a society.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
just go on.
it's the concept of this cult. It is, you believe in Muhammad, we give you sex, and we give you money. That's the whole. This is the whole Islam. To summarize it, you will be 10 times rich than any king in heaven, which is funny because heaven is supposed to is for free. So what I would do with the money? But Muhammad, he said, in the heaven there is a market where you can spend your money, and in the market there's images of men and women, and if you like an image, you can pay and have sex with that image. And this is the whole idea, of Islam. What is the reward? If I go right now and I join Hezbollah or ISIS or Al Qaeda, what Allah will give me? Sex. That's it. A lot of
Women, sex,
yeah.
endless sex,
Not,
yeah.
you see,
Or whatever your right hand possesses, right? That means endless.
actually, like you see, when we say 70 women, the 70 women, let us say 72 women, this is the lowest. Every woman, she have a 70 wasifa, which mean maid, and every wasifa she have another 70 maid. So what is the total? You have thousands. This is for the lowest Muslim, for the lowest. Yeah, for each one of them she have 70, and the 70 have 70. Muhammad is stuck with the number 70. So the whole cult is about sex, and always this cult put down the women. As you see, women, when she get older, the good part of her is gone, which is babies and sex, and then the bad part is the remain, which is evil. This is why Muhammad, he claimed
We're just machines. We just give you babies, and then you
Yeah.
get to call us demonic.
Muhammad,
That's what.
he said, you see, the Muslim, they say the Christians are funny when they claim that they believe in the original sin, right? This is what they say. But look what Muhammad, he said. The prophet, and not only that, I saw like that and etc. They say the Christian, they blame Eve in the Bible for the sin of Adam. That's not true. God, he punished them both. He did not blame one. Same time, the one who commits sin, he commits sin. Doesn't matter who is he, male or female. But look here what Muhammad said. The prophet said, where it is not for Bani Israel, which means the children of Israel, meat would not decay. Muhammad blamed even the Jews for the food is damaged in your table. And then he says, and where it is not for Eve, no woman would ever betray her husband. So Muhammad teaching the Muslims that all women are the same as Eve. And Eve, she was a bad woman. She betrayed her husband. And actually, he used the word in Arabic, khanat, the one who cheats.
But this is their pride and joy. I see these modern scholars defending this notion, saying, well, you Christians, you believe that Eve was the one who actually, deceived Adam, but we Muslims, we don't believe that. We believe that Eve and Adam and Eve were equally sinners. But this is so not true. Then what you're saying is proving the opposite.
You see, Muslims, when they say things to you, they bet in you.
But this is actually opposite from the truth. Why would they do that if they're proud of what they like? If you and I would speak about the Bible, I don't know about you, but I'm really proud even about the Mosaic law. I'm like, wow, that's so just, that's so good, that's so holy. I don't have to hide it. But this is also a proof that they're even ashamed of what is said here. They try to change it.
Muslims, they play taqiyya, as we said. So when they say we don't believe in that, we go and we check, we find that they believe in that. But the Muslims always, they bet in one thing, that you are ignorant, you do not know. And as long you are ignorant, we can lie and we can say why you believe in that, you know. And because you don't know how to answer them. Like, can a Muslim says to me what they just said to you? They cannot, you know. So this is why here we are trying to fight ignorance. Ignorance is the problem. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So this is why Christians, when they listen to us, they need to take notes, save reference, because those things, the same as they say to you, they will say to them. And if you are not a person with education, you do not know what to say, and they shut you up. You know. But here,
Yeah, actually,
here you
it's
notice
not even
Muhammad.
possible. It's not even possible, I think, in a theological way in Islam to critique Islam, right? You have no right to do that, even as a man, not only
You
as
don't
a
have
woman,
right
but
for what? I
you
don't
know.
understand what. You don't have right to do what?
So I thought this was some kind of a theology, Islamic theology, that there is no position, no one can take a critical position. I mean, like what Molavi did in Iran. I think he was the grandson of Ali. This is how I have perceived it to be true. And he came with all sorts of objections against the orthodox kind of Islam, and he was seen as someone who is a murtad. He's not a Muslim anymore, because so whenever someone poses something, even within some kind of a understanding of Islam, but difference from idea, that person is seen as, whether man or woman, as seen as murtad. So I think this is a theological thing, that no one is able, or no one ought to critique Islam in a Islamic format, right? Or is that just for women?
You see, this is not about a mullah, not about a Muslim, not about. This is what the cult is about. The cult is made by the man for the man. So whoever is reading the cult, studying the cult, he have to understand that this is a religion made for the benefit of the man, and the woman, she is just a sex toy.